Okay, guys, so we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly Dungeon Master this evening. Tonight, we are carrying on with our ongoing campaign, playing... Whoop! I had them backwards. Oh no! Advanced Dungeons & Dragons 2nd Edition, playing through Carl Sargent's classic Night Below Mega Adventure. And with me tonight are the stars of the Night Below campaign. I'll go the order I've got you guys on the screen here. Why don't you tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what level are you currently in. Vergor, we do need to do a roll for your hit points because you would have had time to train. So when we get to you, make sure you're...
Oh, we already did.
Oh, did we already?
Yeah.
Well, for your 7th level?
For 7th level,
you're already
yes.
7th level. Good gosh, show off. So first up is George.
Hey, I'm George. I'm playing Nox, the Unexpected, who is a human invoker level 5, and the proud new owner of a original 2nd edition Player's Handbook, which is what I started with in 2nd edition, and it is like going back to something very comforting, just in terms of using the material.
Absolutely. You know that? Did you turn immediately to that picture of the adventuring party with the green dragon too?
Yeah, well, I literally, the crazy thing was, as soon as I opened the book, it opened to that page, as if the previous owner
Yes.
had looked at that page over and over again. So.
It's so great.
Yeah.
It is like, it's one of those indelible images that just I love. So that's great. With that, we need to double check with Mo to make sure he got it, but we can say for this party, so thanks to the viewers and who put up with the ads on the channel and the supporters on Patreon, we now have all of our players outfitted with a new copy, or at least a functional copy. I know Will didn't get a new one because he already had a functional copy. But everyone has a new copy that isn't falling apart. So thank you very, very much to everyone at home for helping us do that for our players. Next up is John.
Hey everyone, I'm John. I'm playing Dorman Kettleborn. He's the lovable gnome chef that's also making his presence known as a thief illusionist. He's level 6 thief and level 5 illusionist. And I'm using the militant wizard and smuggler kits.
Very nice. Next up is Vergor.
Hi, I'm Arlen. I'm playing Vergor, and I am a 7th level dwarven fighter.
There he is.
I don't know why I introduced you as your character. Next up is Hobbs.
Hey everybody, I am Jason Hobbs. I am playing Elanian Elenden, Earth Elementalist Savage Elf of the 5th level of power.
Nice. And next up is Will.
Hi, I'm Will. I'm playing Chael, who is a specialty priest of Coralon, and I am so close to 5th level, it's not even funny.
No, jeez. And last but not least is Jeffrey.
Hey everybody, I'm Jeff, and I'm playing Calidor. He is a elven fighter thief, and he is 6th level.
Nice. Okay, so one thing is, Chill, you can go ahead and heal yourself up to a full 25, because I think from the last time that you played, we've had about 7 months, or 7 weeks go by in the campaign. So the characters have had, because I think the last we saw you was a fight with the giants outside that cave, right?
Yes, when we outside their cave, yes.
Yeah. So that, I gave you the XP from that, right? Like you weren't waiting on next...
I was, 37 shy.
You're 37.
Although, you did mention something about a role-playing bonus.
I did also, you know what, there also was a distribution of loot not long ago. So the distribution, and I think it's in I asked the guys to put it in the handout.
Loot. Yep.
How much was gained in that last?
There was gold piece value with 655 GP, 5 SP, and 5 copper.
So why don't you give yourself 655 our experience points? Hit points, yeah. Your kaiju.
Yeah. There's also a note on there that Bergor and Elanian both get 150 from Dorman's share because he paid him back.
There you go.
Pay him back, so.
Nice. So you guys got some coin as well. So, Chill, then welcome to level, what is it now? 5. Excellent. So why don't you roll your hit points? Now, if you need, I don't know if you adjust your hit points or hit your Thaco at level 5 as a specialty priest.
I'll have to look it up.
But let's take a look at your...
I think so.
And then I think...
I think it's the normal.
Okay, double check your specialty priest thing as well, too. The Fey Warden, you may get some new abilities.
Yes, I think I do.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So I'm pretty psyched about that.
No doubt. So go ahead and give us a 2d8 roll. Let's see how many hit points you get from this level.
You know,
Come
looks
on,
like
big money.
Priest had a
Better than I did.
THAC of 18 at level 5, so no change.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Oh, no change then. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Come on.
Come on. Give me
Big
better
hit
than
points.
last
4.
time. Okay.
All right. So that is less than half. So remember to
That's
double.
the second time.
That's a second time. So go ahead and give us a re-roll for that then. The Tom rule applies here.
Yes.
Tom rule screws him over.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Oh,
Hey,
Oh,
8 and 8.
Nice.
Pretty good. Wowzers. All right. So 8 plus whatever your Constitution modifier is.
Yeah.
All right. So that will allow you to be departing from Palfrey's Keep with full hit points and also with the capacity to cast 3rd level spells then.
Yes.
So that's pretty awesome. And the combination, remember to add your wisdom bonus things and the bonus you get from your ring, I think.
In the ring, yeah.
Yeah, badass. All right, so let's, the people who we, last session was a lot of training and then learning a little bit about what had gone on. The people that really played a big role in last session, or the NPCs, were Count Sander Palfrey and his son, Lintern Palfrey. And where we left off was with our heroes had sort of set out a plan for where they were going to go. Does anyone want to tell us what happened last session and where we're headed next? I think, John, you did a really good summary in the Discord. Do you want to dive in?
Yeah, basically the last couple sessions involved us going out and hunting some giants that had kidnapped some priests. We took care of them, came back for training, ingratiated ourselves with Lord Palfrey and his son, spread a whole bunch of tales. I think we might have made a fool of ourselves during a meeting with him, telling him stuff he didn't need to know or didn't want to know. And essentially we decided that we were going to make our way towards Eastdale and then head to the east, maybe through a smuggler's pass, or depending on what Raven's Pass looks like, to go to Threshold. But before, we were going to go ahead and talk to some storm giants for Lord Palfrey to see if they could retrofit his castle with, or up, it's looking a little worn. So
So the as a reminder too, Sander Palfrey apparently went through 5 wives trying to sire an heir, and it wasn't until his last wife, who died in childbirth, who gave birth to Lintern, although this was well into Sander's twilight years. So Sandor is fairly intent on passing on a more sturdy keep than what he had left. Between Elanian and Droon, there were some improvements that were made to try and deal with the the things that were an effective age, but you guys still wanted to go and explore or meet with some of the the stone giants to I did do it. Awesome. Okay, I want to make sure I loaded an image that I might need today. I mean, a Fang Dragon is just hard to check for the last minute. I actually had someone in the Discord being like, "Did I miss an episode? Was there a Fang Dragon that came out at some?"
I saw that.
Yeah, trying to
Not
be
yet.
sneaky and use Latin words. No.
Yeah, I think it's actually from the Draconomicon is where the thing came from. But
Close enough.
yeah, so the other thing you guys did is that you helped rebuild the palisade around Thurmaster. So you guys have helped that wall that was ready to fall down has been rebuilt. So because the popular opinion is that with the sighting of the Queen of the Marsh, that there's a thought that there may be a lizard man horde that may be coming in the spring as well too. Do you guys remember who the Queen of the Marsh was, or Queen of the Mire?
A dragon.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. A big bad dragon.
Hopefully a fang dragon.
Yes. And then the other, I guess, small thing that you heard as well too is there wasn't a development in Milbourne over the last couple of months as well. Do you guys remember what that was?
Rendemus is missing.
Yeah. So Rendemus was the kind of the head of the local watch. You guys had got to know, and some of you had trained with Rendemus and his son Dagmar. But Dagmar, when you guys got back from your months off with the Aarakocra, you found that his son had apparently died and killed by Rendemus after finding that it was some kind of that same fate, shape-shifting creature that you guys had fought before that seemed to be either impersonating or passing itself off as Captain Darinar Deeds. And then what you've heard is that he has just gone missing. And there's a couple popular opinions about what, at least from what you heard from the merchant that showed up in Thurmaster. However, before heading back there, you guys have agreed to undertake this mission for Count Parfrey. So, what he's able to tell you is it's been hundreds of years since there's been any regular contact with the stone giants. So, the Count Parfrey doesn't really have up-to-date information as to where to find this guy. But what he can tell you is that there were supposed to be some kind of valley, like a rift that would lead into a valley somewhere in the hills. That is where they would, they'd be located. And there was also some kind of ancient, not a watchtower, but some kind of like guard post or something that they had. So if you keep your eye out for either of those things, then Droon does not like giants. That might be a way of, giving you an idea of where to go. What he does know also is that basically if you head due east, you should be able to stumble across some evidence of the stone giants. They are also, they really aren't seen unless they want to be seen too. They are very, very hard to spot in these kind of environments. So you're going to want to figure out some way of making yourself known to them, that you want to parlay with them, but also try to keep yourself safe from whatever dangerous shit is lurking around in the Half-Cut Hills, because you know that ogres and wildcats and things like that can lurk in there as well. Is there anything you guys want to know or ask of Lord Parfrey or Count Parfrey before you guys head out, or any other preparations you wish to do?
I was going to ask the same thing that Jonathan just asked. Does anybody speak Giant?
Isn't that just common really loud?
And loud and slow.
Yeah,
it's
it's
Booming voice.
Using simple phonetic language.
I got that. Good.
I don't have tongues. I have, so that's not going to help. I have comprehend languages. It's only going to come into play. Need to read something.
Do any of the arcane casters, do any of you guys have protection from evil in your spellbook?
I do not.
No.
No. Okay. So Brent was asking. I got an email from him, and Carrick wanted to learn that, and I was saying I don't think it's any of the spellbooks you guys have thus far. And
double check.
Yeah, I didn't remember what
I think
you guys.
Druin has the priest version, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the clerical version as well.
Okay. All right. Then, if that is what you guys are wanting to do, is just head out. How many you can get assume that you can get from Thurmaster, whatever supplies you'll need from Baranus.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I was just wondering, did we have someone we were talking to that had been here for a long time, like the Smith or somebody else who might know, or was there any better indication in the library during Elanian's time there? Did he see anything about the giants or how they were contacted originally, or what their
Not really, no.
deal was?
No, the library was not particularly well maintained, although there are some books that you would, knowing how old this place is, you would guess there's one or two of them that predate this. However, if you were to guess, it's almost as if the library was someone grabbed their most treasured tomes and then kind of brought that and then built the library over time with expanding out, leaving everything else behind. If the Parfreys have been here for, like, say, 8 centuries or whatever, the books that are here, there's maybe 2 or 3 of them that may be that old. And then the rest of them are all things that are much more recent, in the last 300 years or so.
Hmm.
And then there's a gap of about 80 years as well, too. But no, nothing in there. And then there's no one old enough in here to, I mean, no one's in their 300s. So they can't tell you. No, but I mean, what they can tell you is that the stone giants of the Half-Cut Hills, they haven't really caused trouble. You know, like they've sometimes there's been farmers who have spotted them moving, but they've never been a problem. And another reminder too, Threshold was attacked by an army of giants recently as well. So it's unclear whether the giants of the Half-Cut Hills took part in that. So they didn't attack Parfrey's Keep or Thurmaster, and probably secretly the thing that Count Parfrey was worried about is whether the stone giants had become aggressive. So, you know, those of you who may be a little more suspicious, Calidor, I'm definitely thinking of you here. He may also want to be sending you guys out. May be a way of sort of testing the water to see how those stone giants actually feel with respect to, you know, the tiny people.
And did Count Palfrey have any sense where they might be based in the Half-Cut Hills, or we just have to sort of find them?
If you head to the east, they should be, you know, you should be able to find, you have trackers among you. You should be able to find some kind of tracks of them. Okay. The thing is, you're going to kind of have to, you're in their territory, and from what the legends say, you know, you don't spot, as big as they are in the hills, you know, they aren't seen unless they want to be seen.
Okay, so they'll see us.
Yeah.
Not the other way around.
Exactly. So, you know, you're going to have to figure out a way to sort of telegraph to them that you're there for peaceful purposes.
Well, we do have the brooches or whatever, or the symbols of Threshold or the Palfreys, right? Could we get maybe some kind of pennant or something?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
That's a good idea.
Yep. Because
I'm assuming there's no weather because Dave isn't here.
Oh no, there's going to be weather.
Not around. Weather.
I'm looking up a spell.
Glad you remind me, though. I grabbed my a copy of Ultimate Wilderness. Any other questions about you know, what to expect out there, or any other thing before we head out? Anything you guys want to pick up or discuss?
I mean, obviously, we haven't heard of any other specific threats that are, you know, uncommon or very recent, other than the ones we've already heard about.
Well, here's what I think that the dwarves in the party, so like what Beargor can tell you is that you know, did you guys find the facing off against those malformed giants? Did you find that a challenging combat, or did you find that a easy endeavor?
That was it would have been very challenging if we didn't go about a certain way. So what Beargor can tell you is that what you faced was a pale shadow of true giants.
Mm-hmm.
What, you know, stone giants are one of there's a lot of different kinds of giants out there, but the primary, the ones that seem linked to their, you know, to certain elements, the stone giants, fire giants, frost giants, storm giants, they are proper ancient and powerful beings. They, in their time, struggled and, you know, in a lot of battles, won, you know, against dragons. So, to judge, so, you know, if you found that those Fomorian giants were difficult and whatnot, they will be considered weaklings next to stone giants. Stone giants also, giants, apart from the hill giants, are the ones that are the most common, and they cast a mistaken impression on things. Stone giant or hill giants are dumb as a fucking post. You know, they make ogres look like they are geniuses. Stone giants, frost giants, fire giants, storm giants, cloud giants are much more intelligent. So you add a powerful primal being with a level of intelligence you can expect from any clever adversary. So if you are going to be fighting these things, or you find yourself fighting these things, you do need to be mindful that they are much, much more powerful than what you are. Beargor can give you tips on how to fight them. You know, they've got this down pat. It largely involves don't be stepped on, but I mean, you know, there's permutations of that. Don't be stepped on to the right. Don't be stepped on to the left. And so forth. So then, any other preparations or conversations you guys want to have with anybody before you head out into the Half-Cut Hills? Because Droon's not here.
Cocked into the Half-Cut Hills.
Yeah, Droon will remind you too that the Half-Cut Hills are seen as a divine place for Clangeddin Silverbeard. It's rumored that in legends that Clangeddin, the reason they're named such because they kind of go up and then immediately switch down, so it looks as if there's someone had taken a giant axe to the sides of all the hills here, and yeah, so it's kind of going into a holy land as far as Droon is concerned. So I'm not sure how devoted Beargor is to the dwarven pantheon or to Clangeddin in particular, but Druin will definitely be seeing this as something real special. So, if you guys have nothing else, then everyone's got their rations they need. Everyone's got their water skins filled up. I'm assuming you got your warm weather clothing on. Everyone's got their ammo for their various range weapons and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think so. Hope so.
Yeah.
Hope so. Oh, jeez. This is the showing up at the campsite and be like, okay, give me the mosquito repellent. Honey?
I thought you got it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
I think we're ready.
Awesome. Okay, so then, guys, when you set out the next day, it is... Where's my calendar? Boy, it's... I mentioned this last session as well, too, but as a reminder or I guess to let everyone know who wasn't here last time, guys, your characters have been here more than a year. It's more than a year since you first arrived in Heronshire. So... Congratulations. For your anniversary, you got to work as a guard in a backwater keep. So, think of where you are celebrating this anniversary and think of where you want to be next anniversary. And we'll plan accordingly. Let's see. Okay. Get my... So we're actually at the end of planting, so we're going into the next season. Guys, we're actually getting into low summer right now. So... the weather's not going to be not nearly as bad as what it was. We are into flock time. The first of flock time. All right. Set out into Half-Cut Hills to die at clubs of giants. All right. Now, the weather. Who is going to be filling in for Weatherman Dave right now? Dave's off running today, so...
I'll do it.
Okay, give me 3 percentile rolls, please. Let's see what the day is like. 2-day.
Here we go. First one. They're 23.
Okay, so there's precipitation.
It's like on a 73.
It is... rain.
74.
And the wind, is strong. So, lovely day heading out. 25 mile an hour winds, rain, and yeah. And it's about, let's see here, it's about 70 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius.
That's not bad.
That's not bad? Okay.
What, the temperature? No, the temperature, that's a nice temperature. Everything else, not so good.
It's about room temperature, yeah.
It also means that those of you with ranged attacks today, you're going to be taking -1 to hit. Sorry, -2 to hit because of the wind. So, yeah. All right. So, you guys head out and let's see here. Let's start rolling some random encounters. By which I mean rolling 4 random encounters.
FO, you are?
Yeah. I am hoping for them, absolutely. All right, here we go. Yeah, rolling 4. That's right, Hobbs. All right. So you guys making your way through to your midday break. The hills here are sparsely wooded as well too. And it isn't. It's really unpleasant going. Very much. It's different from the Patchwork Hills. So there's not like thick patches of heather and stuff that you were having to slog through, especially for you shorter people. But the trees mean that there's tons of places where, because the roots have held in parts of the slope, the erosion will create these rifts in the ground. So there's parts where you're having to, either double back or work your way around the little depressions, or not depressions, but like little chasms. Or you're having to figure a way to get yourselves across them with fallen branches and fallen leaves. So it's not easy going, but it is a different kind of difficult terrain than what it was before. The morning and afternoon, we can see in our travel log montage of this that you guys take your break and you see. Oh, we're gonna roll for an event too. Someone give me a percentile roll, or no percent, D20 roll, please.
I'll do it.
Cool.
Thank you. All right. Okay. Oops, someone is not happy. What you find after a very short period of time is you find evidence of a camp not far away. So this is only about maybe 6 hours of travel in, and you find evidence of a camp that something had made. But let's see here, Elenian and Dorman, you guys are the only two with tracking, or does someone else have tracking?
I have tracking.
You have tracking, okay. So anyone who's got tracking, go ahead and give me a roll. I'm not going to punish you to hit a nat 20 on this one. I just want to see who notices best. Okay, Dorman, pretty good. 11.
Yeah.
Okay. Eleni, you're rolling your...
I did roll it, but I don't know what happened.
It popped up for a modifier, probably. Because it always does that.
Don't see it anywhere.
Oh yeah, that's right. I have tracking too.
I thought I did.
Yeah.
Okay. Eleni,
There you
there we
go.
go. 16. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi,
Did
sweetie.
not pop up for a modifier.
Oh, dude. Okay, hi. Okay, Anna came to say hi, everyone.
Hey, Anna.
Smash the door open. She's figured out she just pushes her head against the door. If I haven't perfectly latched it, she can just get in.
Mm-hmm.
Goofball. All right, so then the best roll with a success actually is Caldor. So Caldor, we can picture you. You guys get in here, and what you're seeing is a roughly level surface on part of between two of the hills, and a bunch of the trees have been knocked down. And it clearly intentionally, but it's new and it's recent, where the trees have actually been upended, and you can see the roots sticking out of the ground. And Caldor, you're the one who's able to look through here, and what you see is you pick out two kind of tracks. Like we would see you, kneeling down and examining the area. You can see one set of tracks is from something quite big. If it has mannish proportions, it would be easily like 18 to 20 feet tall. So this is full-on giant. Unlike the uneven and the sort of the unnatural gait that you saw with the Fomorians, this has mannish perspectives, or mannish proportions in it as well too. But next to that are they're about 2/3 the size, still much bigger than man, and it's it's a track that you have not seen here before. And these are likely the tracks of ogres. So ogres, as a reminder for, I think we all know what they are, but let's just refresh our memory what ogres are like in the world of Greyhawk. These are savage, brutal, cruel humanoids. They are dumb. They will eat anything, and they stand usually about 8 or 9 feet tall. But unlike the gnolls that are tall and lean, these are thick, with strange, to be honest, closer to a dwarf type proportions, loping, long heads. Beargor, what you know is that and I think Dorman, I can't remember, do you get bonuses against ogres as well?
Yes, mostly giant-sized things I get bonuses against.
Okay, so you guys both know that ogres, while giants, aren't necessarily evil in those sense that, like, hill giants you generally can assume are evil in the sense that they're just stupid and cruel and and hungry often. The other kinds of giants aren't necessarily evil. Ogres, they're very hostile towards anything that they think they can bully. So if ogres are traveling with the giants, what do you think that means?
They're
evil.
Yeah.
They're servants, kind of. Also, I would think.
Yeah, the Beargor can tell you that it's not unusual to find that lesser creatures, especially if the giants are looking to bolster their troops or bolster their not only their armies but also their servants and stuff like that, is to bully lesser creatures into working for them. Though Beargor, that's more of a hill giant thing than it is a stone giant thing. So,
and there's not an easy way to tell if this was hill giant tracks versus stone giant tracks, or
no, I think I think that actually Calidor, he did roll really well. I think that he can probably tell you that the size difference, it would fit either of them. Although the make of the boot, the sort of the quality of the let me make sure. I'm just gonna check one thing here. Checking all. Yes, they do wear boots. I'm like, what do the illustrations have? Do they have boots or are they barefoot? Yeah, the quality of the sandals and the boots that are worn in the print would suggest something closer to a more civilized giant than the brutes that are the hill giants, or yeah.
That's good.
So, having come across that sort of your you still have plenty of time to travel today. So if you guys want to carry on, you can carry on into the hills.
Seems like we should, right? Anybody think we shouldn't?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, aren't we kind of saying that the ogres are already with the stone giants? Doesn't that tell us something?
I'm not sure. I mean, clearly the stone giants are powerful creatures and may have forced these lesser creatures into subservience, possibly preventing them from doing evil things. But it could be the other way around. I don't know.
Okay.
So, you guys continue traveling on. Elanian, you're now doubly keeping your eyes carefully on the hills surrounding you, keeping your and your eyes, I suppose, down as well, too, alternating up to keep your eye out for any ogre or giant ambushes, and down for any further tracks. You do find more tracks in the as you guys are traveling along, but they're sort of traveling off in distances different from where you guys are going. And I guess that's assuming you guys aren't trying to follow these tracks. Are you guys trying to follow the tracks, or are you trying to just make your way the way that you intended?
I think we should just keep going where we're trying to go.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay.
I am the prize.
Who has the pennant?
I thought you said, yeah, who does have the pennant?
It's a good question.
I kind of feel like maybe these stone giants, do we know how long lived they are?
Stone giants, they would make elf lifespans seem short.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these guys, I feel like these guys either trained the elves or the elves helped them. Maybe they trained the elves, so maybe an elf should carry the pennant, so they might have a better rapport with them. Does Arlen? Do we know of any like elf giant wars?
Who's got? Did anyone have any ancient history?
I do.
You do? Sure. Yeah. Give me an ancient history check.
Alrighty. Ancient history coming up. Here we go. 1 success.
Yep. So the broad strokes of things are, if you think about things in sort of ages, there is like the Dawn Age where gods had influence, and then there was the Dragon's Age, and there was the Giants' Age, and there was the Elves' Age, and then there was dwarves, and then there was humans. And somewhere in between there is, this is just out of character, I can't remember if the Serpent Folk fit somewhere in there in the Greyhawk history. I know they do in Forgotten Realms, but I don't remember if they do in Greyhawk or not. But the giants, by the time the elves and the kingdoms of the elves, those ancient kingdoms that have now long passed, arose, and when the elves had their civil war, it was thousands of years after the kingdoms of the giants had been shattered and they'd been scattered to the various places where they now hide themselves. The time of the giants passed well before the elves ever came to prominence, and for the purpose of the modern world, like it might as well have been a time of legend when the giants were in existence. So there was never any active war between the giants and the elves.
Okay, is it too far away that my thought that they might be somehow connected or have taught the elves in the past? Is that
No, I think your tribe certainly would know that there are, especially with stone giants. Stone giants have a rapport with the earth in a primal way because they're the giants are so old. Not the individual giants, but their race is so old. Even though they've fallen, even though they've been scattered to the winds, and found secret places, in the remote caves, in the remote volcanoes, in glaciers, on clouds. I mean, that's very similar to what your tribe's history is, right? The secrets that they maintained in the same way that you do are secrets older than the elves ever, before the elves ever dreamed of taking up spells, the giants mastered elemental magics. So, it's not unthinkable to think that either it was something passed on to the elves or the elves carried on the studying, standing literally on the shoulders of giants in their studies. Yeah.
Nice.
So, does that answer your question?
Yes, then I'm still interested in going on.
Okay. So, and who is carrying the pennant then? Who's carrying the pennant then? We got 3 elves to choose from here. Coincidentally, are all sort of clustered together too. I got Hobbs, Will, and Jeff all together on one side.
Yeah.
Elanian will carry it.
Okay, perfect.
So Elanian's carrying
Until
along
you guys
the.
felt funny about it, so.
Yeah. Oh.
All right, you guys. The later in the day comes, and you guys find an opportunity to make camp. I think this is the first time you guys have made camp since you returned from Featherfall. Right at the beginning of the winter. So the first time, which means I think like 4 months, or something like that. So it's been a while since you've been on the road, proper on the road. So I picture that you guys sort of fall into your regular routines with Dorman kind of making the food and Nox looking for water, everyone else splitting tasks between setting up the camp or collecting firewood. And when the evening comes, I'm assuming you guys all keep your watch as usual.
Yeah, the only changes this time around is I'm supplying a strength spell to one of our fighters before we rest. So it'll last 4 hours into the shift.
Oh, strength. Okay. I heard string spell. I'm like, I don't know what that does.
So whoever, I'll pick Baragor for +4 to strength for the next 4 hours.
Ooh, zers. Bergo, what's your strength?
16.
So 18-20.
1820.
So
Okay.
I'm taking precautions now.
Okay.
Yeah. Good idea.
All right. So Bergor, you guys each take a time in with keeping watch. The evening is well, you guys tell me, like, what's sort of the mood in the camp or the first evening out? You know, you definitely triumphed against those giants in the Shrieking Mire. Does anyone still think of what they did to those poor clerics?
Considering we only saw the after bits of it, not the actual middle of it, I think Dorman's pushed it to the back of his mind because we've pretty much taken vengeance on them.
Sure.
Well, Knox vividly remembers it because the last one they came upon was being roasted on a spit, and he came north because his tribe was wiped out by some kind of fire-breathing dragon. So his spell book is kind of burned.
Yeah.
So any recollection, anything that reminds him of that, kind of freaks him out a bit. So that has it's been a little while. It's been months since we saw that, but still.
Fuck. And with a sense memory too, right? Like it's got to be
exactly,
that even
smell.
seeing it comes. Yeah.
Everything.
Oof.
So he's a little bit freaked out, but he does feel comforted by having all of his companions around him.
Okay. You butcher and cook so often, you're used to the gory stuff. Yeah, fair enough. Although that's different than
Calor hates being on the road again.
Well, yeah, no, I'm pretty sure Dorman didn't like it when he saw it, and it haunted him for a bit. But it's
yeah. Calidor hates being on the road again.
Absolutely.
Grumbling. Oh man, Arlen, you were going to say something?
What was that, Haas?
I said, especially without Rilligo.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Taking a back seat, he must be hungover still.
All right. So the evening passes, guys. Sad to say for the DM, uneventfully. Morning comes and you guys are getting. Oh, let's wait. Morning is a whole different situation. Let's just check here. I'm gonna check about morning.
Got that extra morning bonus.
Got that extra morning thing. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
There's that early morning because there's a check for a random encounter between 3 and 6 a.m. and that's usually the prime time for hill encounters.
Yeah. Well, if I was a random monster, that's when I'd head out.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Early bird getting the worm, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. So morning comes, and you guys begin getting yourselves ready for this. You know, one of the greatest things about that Carl Sargent did in the Night Below book is that when you go to roll a random encounter and you go to the random encounter chart, there are still results that say no encounter. So you get to go through the whole theater of opening the fucking book up and checking and whatnot, and it turns out there's nothing. So morning comes, and you guys, in spite of the some early morning fog, and yesterday was a terrible day for weather. Let's check see how today is going to be, and then Knox, you give me 3 percentile rolls, and you can just do them all back to back too. I can read them all.
Oh, sure. Okay.
And those of you who are spellcasters, prep your spells. Everyone is obviously. I look at 150. What the?
I broke the chart.
Yeah, no. Rain. All right, so today, the wind has definitely slowed down quite a bit. It's only a wind of about 150 miles an hour. No penalties for range attacks today, guys, and there is no cloud cover whatsoever. So clearly the wind came in. This is today, to be honest. Here, I had a migraine for most of the day today just because of the pressure changes, and we. But what it means is that we have, you sit out, looking outside. It's all cloud cover as far as the eye can see. You go to the washroom, come back, clear sky as the wind blew in. So that's what you've had here is that today you wake up and the wind is clear, the wind is blowing, but it's a perfectly blue, perfect blue sky. You guys are going to be traveling, still about the same temperature, so comfortable for traveling. You guys are going to be able to see as far as the geography will allow you. So, yeah. Oh,
Right.
random
Which means the
encounter.
giants will be more easily able to spot us too, so that's good.
Yep. All right. So you guys are heading out. And would someone give me a D20 roll, please?
I did the last one.
And just to be clear, Kev, it is spring, right?
It's actually early summer now.
Oh, early summer already.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. 14. Thank you. Okay. Oop. Come on, sweetie. Oh, the lights are going. Anna's decided to go underneath the. Hi. Yeah. Apparently, I don't have the one of the lights plugged in too well because she can shake it out. Yeah. Lie down, goofball. Jeez. Now, I would like, please, a D6 and a D9 roll. Okay.
Ooh.
Thank you. And thank you. So it's actually in your early morning when you guys are sort of y'all are getting ready. Why doesn't everyone give me a wisdom check, please? Let's see who is the one who gets this. Not your strong suit there, Calidor.
Well, I guess it's okay.
Okay. Wisdom 1 out of 12. Okay, it's a success. 0 success for old Noxy Nox.
Yeah.
Let's see here. 13 and that one from
the old-
Calidor. Not bad.
old
10 for
one.
Beargor. So, Laney, I think it's you. You're, everyone else is kind of getting ready. You're keeping your eye out on everything, and you look up, and what you can see in the early morning sky, and at first you think your eyes are just like, it's your eyes playing tricks on things, but you can see there are some moving, glowing things in the sky. And I mean, you don't know, I'm not sure you're equipped with the knowledge to be able to describe it as what it actually is. But to your eyes, I think you guys are familiar with what a comet is. And what you're seeing is something burning in the sky. There's 4 of them that are streaking down, not like towards you or anything, just streaking their way across the sky, burning symbols, tiny. And before your eyes, you can see Elanian. You watch for a minute or so, and one of them winks out. And I think that you've heard of before when stones fall to earth from the heavens. So what does Elanian make of this thing? Is it an omen in his mind? Is it...
I mean, do I know anything about the astronomy, like how often it's like comets would come back, or this sort of thing
Rare.
happens? Or
Like comets come back on comets are like the moon. You're able to track when you expect to see them in the sky. You don't have the understanding of where, that they move around the solar system or anything like that, but you know that at certain times they appear in the skies because people have been watching the skies for centuries, if not millennia, in this world. This is something different, and you know that there are things that where stones can, because there have been like star stones that have been parts of legends in through all the different sentient races would have stories of these things that fall from the sky. Sky iron and things like that is very much a thing in Greyhawk as it is in our world. So, and I imagine
I do
that.
have a question. Sorry.
You have a question? Yeah, go ahead.
Like, were the comets were they maybe like when they came in? Did they have like vaguely like a diamond shape or a square? Because there's 4 of them.
it can kind of, it's one of those things where you sort of, you can kind of make what you want of it. It's like spotting clouds. So what do you see in it?
All right, so I was thinking that it was the points of the compass and the directions that we could take, and the one that winked out is the direction we're supposed to go to find giants.
Yeah, love it. Okay. Do you point out these things to the lights in the sky to anyone else?
No one else is on watch right now, just me? Or
I think it's just that everyone else is sort of busy early in the morning, and it's the stuff that, like, unless you're, it's an early dawn sky too, so it's not like they're brightly contrasted against the, the darkened sky.
So it's Nox. Nox and Elanian often speak of our possible omens and reading them. So
Yeah.
I'd certainly approach Nox and point it out and ask him what he thought. And I'll
there's
say,
something
I'll
to be-
mention that the one disappeared, faded away.
It's also something that it is a combination of fire and stone as well.
Yeah, and Nox sort of surveys the skies. He's got astrology as well as omen reading, and he, realizes, yes, these are not expected to be seen in the sky. So he concurs with Elanian's theory that perhaps this is leading us in the way we need to go. So he's very, very much in favor of proceeding that way.
Awesome. So then, let me check something here. You guys finish your preparations for the day. Does that affect anyone's preparation of spells whatsoever? Nope. Bergor and Calidor, does that affect what spells you guys prep? No?
Yes.
2 more fireballs, I think I will do.
I polish my sword differently.
Okay. So then what you guys find is you get yourself packed up and you start going again. Let me I'm gonna move us to a different map here. I'd say a battle map, but that explains, that presumes that there's going to be battle, and I'm not presuming that.
It's an exploration map.
Yeah, I mean, it's a TPK map, is sort of a, by which I mean,
if that's what the title was, you put it up there.
It's total piles of candy, but spelled with a K. Yeah, it's
Perfect.
oh, dang it, I was trying to the one thing that I need to do in this is clean up all the darn maps that I've got on here, and oh yeah, that's good. Okay, and then give names to them. I was pulling maps out of archive mode in a different campaign earlier today, and I realized that all of them were start copy and variations of that. So hard to tell which map's what when you're just like, oh, it's none of them have any kind of descriptions whatsoever. Fantastic. Okay. So you guys are carrying on. Tell me about your marching order so I can get this set up correctly here. Who's on point? Who's in the middle? Who's in the back? That's really all I need to know. I can situate the rest of you guys appropriately. Who's up front? Who's walking point?
Probably Calidor is near the front.
Yeah, because you got tracking and you've got heavy armor and stuff like that. Bergor, are you holding up the rear then?
Sure.
We're having a tasty metal sandwich here. The heavily armored guys on the outside and all the squishy wizards in the middle.
Yeah, I feel pretty comfortable with Bergor being in the back and protecting him from danger.
Okay.
I'll stay close to Bergor.
Chael, you want to be closer to the front or closer to the back?
I'm going to be right in front of Beargor.
Right in front of Bergor. You got it.
And I'll be right in front of Chael.
Okay.
Calidor's just off on his own in the front. Everybody hides by Bergor.
All right, guys. So let me bring you to the map here, which I think is a fucking cool looking map. So here we go. This is about 3 hours into your day. So you've had one rest throughout the day. You're at the very bottom of the map here, guys. Down there.
Oh, there we go.
Yep. And you guys are headed north here, like towards the top of the map. It's actually like northeast, yeah, in kind of a northeasterly direction, but I'm not going to situate that where you guys are. So, like a lot of the travel you found here, there's this big cliff that you're sort of working around. You know that if you walk your way around, you're likely to be able to, to make it. And that's when, why doesn't everyone give me... actually, you know what? I don't need to make any new rolls here. What you guys can hear is the sound of very, very loud combat. There are shouting voices from somewhere just to the north. And no one here speaks giant, right?
Correct.
So you don't understand what languages are being spoken, but what you can tell is that the voices are very, very, very deep. Like this is like you can think of the voices that you heard from the Fomorians before, although these ones seem to speak with more intelligence than those. And the responses are smaller, and you hear the growls of some enormous cat as well. From up ahead. And there's the crack of some massive weapons hitting other things. So, guys, from where you are, you can't see anything, but let's start in just everyone can decide to move their characters. Just do it in a round-for-round basis here. You can feel free to run as well. I will let you know once you see something, and we'll reveal what it is you see. So go ahead, guys. What are you doing? And if you want to sneak up, you can feel free to do that too. But the sound of battle, it sounds pitched and furious.
Okay. Kalidor will run.
Sure. Go ahead.
Was it that way?
Well, it looks like I can go right up the hill this way, or it looks like you have a hard cliff to climb up that way. Right? Because it looks like a turn back. We'd be able to see it turn back and back to go up. So you're like going up this way. It looks like a more mild. It's still going to be steep, obviously, but
yeah.
So you can choose whichever way you want to go. It seems like.
Yep, absolutely. Go ahead.
Whichever easier way.
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm running this way, the way we were going.
Okay. Yeah, it's a more the way that Kalidor is going is a more mild incline, but the way Elanian's going is more direct. Okay, rest of you guys, go ahead and move your tokens.
I'm gonna. It's very loud battle, right? So I'm thinking I can hide spellcasting under it. So I'm gonna enlarge Baragor as I follow Kalidor very slowly.
Okay. So if you're enlarging Baragor, make sure you keep... What's the duration of enlarge again? Is it hours?
25 rounds. 25 rounds.
Okay, so make sure you're keeping track of how many increments of your movement you're making then. Awesome. So go ahead.
Baragor has human movement speed now.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay.
Which way is Baragor going?
I'm moving up with Kalidor and Dorman and the way we were going.
Okay. So this will be first round. Go ahead and Kalidor is booking it.
I guess then I will book it too.
Okay.
At least I see something. I mean,
yeah. All right.
Remember,
so
you can run like 8 squares now.
no, he can move 8 squares. He can run 16.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to start running with my little feet.
Okay, so Kalidor. Dorman is ever so slowly going up. All right, guys. So here's what you see as you reach the top there. We'll do one more round of movement, and then I'll reveal what you guys see. Because I think so. Chael, you only moving at your walk speed then, 8 squares.
No, that was 16 before, and this, if I can remember properly. 1, 2,
Oh, that was 16. Holy smokes.
7, 8. Where the heck did Baragor go?
Okay.
There it is.
How
So yeah, Shell will move up to about there.
Yeah.
how slow is the going this way?
For you, it's
Half
difficult
speed?
terrain. Yeah, half speed.
So 8 squares, guys.
Yeah. Okay. So then, go ahead and give me one more round of movement, guys.
Okay.
Oh, I don't think Kalidor moved the second round. Neither did Baragor.
Baragor did.
Yeah, I moved because I moved one slow speed and one quick speed.
Oh, okay. So Caldor, you haven't moved a second time yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I haven't either.
Okay, so yeah, both of you guys go ahead and move, and I'll show
I'm
you
on
what.
top now, right? Still
You're on
hard
top
to
now.
first
Yes.
person. So I can move. Do I see anything up here? or no?
Yep. Give me 2 seconds. I think from where you guys, once you reach over here, you can see through to where some stuff is happening, and certainly from where you are, Elanian. So let me show you guys. This is what you see. Boom! A furious battle is going on. You can see that there are 2 dead stone giants, the ones with the X's through them.
There it is.
You can also see there's about 3 dead Smilodons, like saber-toothed tigers, and about 10 dead ogres. But there still are 4 ogres remaining and 2 other Smilodons that have, like, you know, crude tattoos or crude painting on the side of their furs. So they seem to be pets of these things. The ogres, what a Bush League DM thing to do is just call them ogres instead of showing you. Good Lord. Madison, step it up a notch.
Those
Come.
weird-looking creatures on there. That's not what I usually think of. They look more.
Yeah.
old.
So here's what the smaller of the creatures looks like. And the gnomes and the dwarves in the group will certainly recognize them as ogres. There are the large, and I mean like these are the size of small horses, saber-toothed cats, I think this is my first prehistoric creature we've got into this game too. Look forward to using more dinosaurs. There we go. So there's the Smilodons, and there's of course the tall and thin gray skinned skin that seems to be made of slate. Gray skinned giants.
So did we all see that where we came around, or did just Elanian see that?
No, all of you guys did. Elanian can see it clearly from where he is. As you guys are making your way around the second side, the stone giant stands about between 18 and 20 feet tall. It's quite injured. You can see it's bleeding from a couple of places. There's bleeding rake marks along its legs. You can see that the other fallen giants are bleeding from wounds. Whether they're dead or not, or just fallen, is unclear at this point. But as you run around, so Caldor and Nox, if you run up here, you will lose sight of them as you make your way up to here, but you can see them clearly from this vantage point. So, guys, now if that changes what your movement would have been, by all means change your movement, because you would see that.
Yeah, I'm thinking that Caldor can probably climb that cliff.
Yeah,
Or at least
possibly.
try to.
Okay. So,
Next turn, anyway.
Eleni, no, you don't get to
Right.
move again. This is just because part of what they did with their move was to wind around. They didn't know they saw the giants there.
I only took half my move, I think, because I was almost at the top right away, so I have a few movement left.
Okay.
I'm not trying to cheat.
No, that's fine. I just want to make sure you weren't misunderstanding that we didn't have another turn yet. Okay, so then, guys, let us drop into initiative order here, and you guys can tell me what you want to do. So, let's see here. Arlen, you've been gone last week. Let's have you assume the role of initiatizer. So, everyone figure out what you want to do with your round. Oh, and then Arlen beat my 1. We're starting off on hard mode. All right, well, you now whistled alleviated yourself of the responsibility of rolling initiative anymore, so that's good. Okay, so my first action will be on a, looks like a 7. Let's check and see what the...
I can't remember. Are thief skills 3?
Yes.
Thief skills are a 3, yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
climbing. Remember to make your adjustments for what armor you've got on. Take a look at your player's handbook. It'll tell you what adjustments you make for the armor.
Yeah, I think it's on there, but let me just confirm.
Sure.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, I have a minus 15.
All right. So looks like Beargor will be up first on a 7, and he'll be tied with these guys.
We're missing something.
Beargor, what are you doing?
I saw where Nox and Calidor went, so I'm just running up to that cliff area.
Okay.
2, 3,
All right. So this one is going to try and get in again and try and tag that. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oof, misses. Swings at that giant and misses. The other one tries to move in as well. Misses. Another one is going to throw a spear at him. That's a hit. Jeez. Here it does. Eesh. Cries out the giant as the spear skewers through a calf muscle. Staggers back, hits himself against the stony backing there. Another ogre, emboldened by that, throws again, misses, and then these nasty little cats go racing in. One of them hits.
Oh, a giant.
Okay. Oh. And is raked. This giant is desperate and looks ready to join his comrades. Guys, then is Dorman and Noxie Unexpected on an 8. Go ahead, guys.
Go ahead, Dorman.
Dorman's just going to move up 10 feet and then cast Enlarge on himself.
Okay. You are big.
So Nox on the previous turn had, been kind of running up here and then saw that and got closer to the cliff face to not be seen.
Yep.
So now he's going to go back out in a combat move in order to cast a spell. Now I know some of them have moved up. Can I still see the ogres, all the ogres, or have they?
I
some
think
of them no longer
so.
visible to me?
I think you can kind of use your. I think if you move more than 15 feet away from the edge, you're not going to be able to see down to them. As the edge here is.
That's going down?
Yeah.
Sorry. I thought
so
that was going
this
up.
part's
Okay,
going down, and then it goes up again. That you're sort of on a cliff there.
Okay, so from my original spot, can I still see them?
So for reading, here's the way that this is another Gabriel Pickard map. The way that he seems to indicate the tops and the bottoms is with a clean line. If you see a line at the bottom of it, like down
I
here,
see. Yeah.
that is the bottom of the cliff. And then if there is a fuzzy line where it transitions from like green or whatever into something else, that is the edge. That's the higher part.
That's great. I understand the sense of that too. Cool.
Okay.
So then I am just going to target this closest ogre.
Yep.
With a magic missile spell, which now comes with 3 motive energy.
Oh my goodness. So which one are you targeting?
The closest one.
Okay.
This one right here.
Okay. It was not pleased with that hit and it's turned around trying to figure out why its ass is hurting now. Then it is, let's see here, Calidor and Elanian. What do you guys got in mind?
I was going to try and climb this cliff.
Sure, give me a climb check with your minus 15.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Oh, wait, I don't know if that screwed it up. My book was on my keyboard.
Oh, sure. No problem.
So it put a bunch of spaces in there.
85. Give me a save versus breath weapon, will you?
We do have 6 points of Astonishing Fortune, just a reminder.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take a fall from 20 feet. Come on. He's tough.
Wait,
there is Astonishing Fortune if you want to re-roll that. Oh, no, you got a 95. Forgive me. I thought you're... Wait, that doesn't include the minus 15, though, does it?
Yeah, my total would be
80.
110 without it.
You can't get over 100.
Oh, you can't. Okay.
No.
Oh, well then I'll redistribute those points. I thought I could counteract that by adding
No,
more to
no.
the level
I like
points.
that
Okay.
idea, though. That's a good idea. I don't know if I thought about it that way.
That should be a house rule.
Yeah. No
Okay.
superheroes.
I didn't know
Go,
nothing.
go play 5e. Come on.
Okay.
All right. So,
breath weapon roll.
please, yeah.
Breath weapon. Ouch.
That is a fail. Falling is, let's see here.
Let's move this. Some are different.
1d6 for every, so it's 2d6 damage he takes. It's not that bad. You are on the ground, upside. And you took 6 points of damage, no DR will apply. So Calidor is like getting ready to go over the edge and like, whoa, bam! And kind of pwamp down the edge. All right. Then it is Elanian. What were you doing?
All right, so Elanian comes to the top and fingers, his spell staff that has all of his things on, and attempts a new spell that he hasn't done before.
Ooh.
Oh, cool.
Nobody gets to see it.
What's a new spell?
You'll see it. He drops a fireball right here.
Whoa! Big
When it
bam.
says 20 feet radius, that means it's 20 feet each direction, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Out from that
From
point.
a
So
center point, yeah.
here, let me.
Yeah, you got animated spell effects, don't
I
you?
think I do. Where is it here? Magical area effects. Let's see. Fire. Anna's very excited about this. It's the prospect
Yeah,
of
sounds good.
the fireball coming down. Oof. Here we go. Okay, so I think, let's see if I can do this right here. Boom. I did not.
No, you got to resize it till the squares line up.
Oh. There we go. So like that. There we go.
You can make it into
that's
a
cool.
circle. You can make it into a circle too,
Yeah, there's a radius option too.
Well, we're using squares, not circles, for the map. So nice try. The net
That's
effect will
not
be the
big enough
same.
then.
What's that?
Should be about that wide on half of it. It's 20
Yeah,
foot
that is-
radius.
Hold on.
Yeah, so from the center point, it's 20 feet every direction.
There we go.
Yeah,
That's only 10 feet, right?
Yeah, it'd be a 40 by 40 foot.
40 by
square.
40. Okay, hold on. Let's see here. 10, 20,
about right.
30, 40. There we go. So, that look about right?
You go up some.
There you go.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
All
good.
right. So I got 1, 2, 3 things that I need to quickly get my crazy dog inside. And then give me roll. Go ahead and roll damage. I'll be right back.
And just to be clear, you can't raise it above 95.
Oh, interesting. How do you make, Jonathan? Is that built into roll 20? Then that effect?
What the animated square thing?
Fire? Yeah.
I got it off the marketplace and gifted it to Kev.
Oh, that's awesome. Very
Yeah.
cool.
It actually does have radius ones where it kind of shapes out a circle.
Yeah,
but it's
I
more
gotcha.
squared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's very cool.
Oh, sorry about that, guys. Okay, so what was the 21 damage? All right, so I got 3 saves for my ogres. Fail, success. And then 1 for the Smilodon. Fail. All right, so 21. Let's see here. That means... Oh, get out of the way, you. Oh, if I can send this thing to the back. Boom. There we go. All right. That means 1... Ooh, okay. Very singed cat. Half damage is 10. And then full damage, that is 1 vaporized, and another vaporized. Ogre. All right.
Nice.
So that is impressive. I'm going to move this over here, put it on GM's layer, in the event that you guys fireball again. Okay. So, yeah, this thing detonates like a thunderclap. Completely consumes 2 of the ogres, and a pair of charred skeletons drops to the ground. Then it is Chael's turn. What are you doing, Chael?
All right, so I can move half my combat move and then cast a spell, correct?
Yes, you can. Yep, absolutely.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to cast prayer. 60-foot radius area of effect.
Yep.
So that should catch, I think it will even catch Calidor. I'm not sure, but I think
Yep.
He's down the cliff, isn't he?
Yep.
so. Those in the area, +1 bonuses to attack, damage, and saving throws.
Wow. Now, is it like Bless where it's a full round casting, or is it...
It says casting time of 6.
Oh, yeah, awesome. That's even better. Fucking
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah,
All right, Hobbs, you vaporized 2 of the ogres, and you injured the last one, and then injured one of the Smilodons.
Awesome, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, then it is this giant's turn to try and even the scales. He sees the singed, or the ogre that was blasted with the magic missile, brings that big club up and then brings it down. A 4 will not do it. He's clearly hurt by the injury or by the all the different attacks that have been on him. Hits the ground. Then it is, let's see here. No one has any Valdies this round. It's not a favored round. So, guys, we're at the end of the round. Round 2. Initiative shifts to Hobbs, actually. Hobbs, would you kindly... First off, everyone decide what you're doing for the round. Oh, Jack dice. There we go. And then, Hobbs, beat my 5, please.
Here it comes, buddy.
Here it comes. Oh, nice.
Nice.
All right. So all my first action is going to be like on 11. So. Ooh, someone's scrolling the shit out of their mouse wheel.
I'm trying to find our rules for charging.
Oh.
Okay. When I have time.
That was actually one of his ears, eh? That's a successful hear check.
Let's see.
-2 attack, -2 AC.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I know. I just wanted to double check the distance. Can't yet. I'm charging then. So 2 and what's the speed?
Weapon speed -2.
Oh. So 6
Yeah, hold
minus
on.
2 is 4. Ah.
All right, hold on here. I think something. Can you guys see the stream?
I
Yes.
can see it.
Are we frozen on yours? I'm on
I
mine.
don't see
Everyone.
anything.
No.
No. Okay, so it's just me.
Oh, it's refreshing now. Yep, it's working.
Hey,
Okay, weird.
looks like it's working.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Good.
It's
Huh. Weird. Yeah.
Oh wait.
Since I'm here, I'll like the stream.
Yeah. I'm showing. Like I'm not seeing any drop frames or anything like that in the upload speed here. So weird. Yeah. For those listening at home, if it is cutting out, please just let me know.
Yeah, there's now. It is kind of
Chopping
sketchy.
a bit. That's weird.
Yeah.
I'll see how it recorded. Okay, so we got everyone's initiative score here.
Oh, shit, I didn't put mine in, did I? I knew what I was doing, and I just like, haha, you'll know, Kevin.
That is okay.
Sorry, sir.
All right. So then, let's see here. William Tweed says, "Does the rain and wind affect visibility range and general morale?" I know it did in the Australian Army. I like the idea of it affecting your morale for hirelings, maybe. All right, so then first up, we've got Dorman, Kettleborn, and Beargore. What are you guys doing?
So I'm gonna guess this slope is too steep to do like a controlled slide down.
It does look like it's covering a 10-foot area, so I'd let you try it. I think you're going to take half damage from the fall still.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
I wanted to get down somehow. And
Sure.
I figured.
You take 3 points of damage and give me a, and your DR won't apply against that. Give me a, I think a dex check. Let's see if you tumble ass over tea kettle here.
Yeah, as Beargor leaps from the cliff, Dorman races up next to him. He's like, "Whoa, what are you doing?"
Okay. Nice. Yep. Controlled slide. Oh, his is, so you heard it, it's freezing and then refreshing every 30 seconds to a minute. Oh, that's weird. I don't know why. Yeah, mine just froze out again, too. I don't know why it's doing that. We haven't had this problem since the pandemic began.
Yeah, don't you stop saving those. I mean, they're going to have issues again.
Yeah, no, like if there is an issue with the actual broadcast, I'll load a clean version. Just it does make it crappy for the folks who are listening live. All right, so then it is, let's see here.
Nox and Elenian.
Yep. Elenian,
All
okay. Elenian and Nox, yeah.
Elenian drops him 3 magic missiles
Nice.
on this guy.
Awesome. Okay, go ahead and roll damage. So the earth explodes out. There's that line that runs up towards it, and boom. Come on. Nice. Boom. Just enough to take it out.
Sweet. And Nox is going to replicate that against the other Smilodon here.
Okay.
So here it comes.
Let's take a moment and appreciate how awesome a word Smilodon is.
I love it.
Totally.
Yeah. It's great. Which one are you hitting, the Smilodon or are you hitting the Ogre?
Yeah, the Smilodon.
Smilodon, okay.
The Ogre hasn't been attacking, right? He's just sort of hanging out.
Oh, no,
there,
he
whereas
attacked as well, too.
He's got range.
Yep,
He's got
he
He doesn't
attacked.
have range. Oh, then okay, sorry. Then I will continue to target him.
Okay, I thought so. Then that's actually enough to your second volley. He turns around to see you, and it blows through its chest. And drops down. Another ogre fallen. All right, I need to make a morale check for my ogres.
I'm a true evoker. I have 4 of my first level slots out of 5 are dedicated to magic missile at the moment.
Awesome. Next is Calidor. What are you doing, Calidor?
Well, I was charging, but now the ogre's gone.
Well, also,
So I
you're
guess I'm
prone right now.
ogre.
Remember, like you fell, so you're prone. So you're going to spend half
Oh,
your
he
move.
fell on his butt. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you're going to... you still have half your movement. You have 4 squares you can go.
Okay.
Okay. And remember, you don't have your shield out right now either, because you wouldn't have been able to physically climb, if even attempt to climb, if you had your shield out.
Okay.
Right. So then it is Chael on a 6.
All right. So once again, we're gonna as soon as I select the right button here, we're gonna move.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to cast Sun Scorch
Yep.
on.
Cool.
I'm going to cast it on that Smilodon because I really think because I don't think I can't reach that guy. So
I
yeah,
gotta-
on the Smilodon.
I make a save. Is that right?
Yeah, you get a save versus spells.
Failed to save?
All right, so you take. Fine.
I think you do, Kevin. That's what he said.
Me?
You take-
Oh, no. The
Yeah,
tragedy.
you take 1d6 plus 5 damage.
Okay. So we go ahead and roll damage.
All right.
Okay, 10 damage. Not bad. All right, so then that's the end of our hero's turn. So we get Smilodon goes with 2 attacks on the giant. One of them hits again. Shit, the giant is down. And then the ogre bellows out and begins retreating. Boom, 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 boom.
There's an ogre and a Smilodon left. We kicked their asses.
Yes. Does it surprise you at all that ogres are poor winners? So.
He was just happy he survived.
Yeah. Okay, so then they've gone. That is the end of round 2. No one has any second action, right? I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay, so we're on round 3, guys. So, here we go. Oh, jeepers. Let's see here. You beat me last time. Hobbs, would you beat me again? Beat my 10.
I couldn't possibly lose to a 10.
Yes. Nice. All right, so I'm not
Tried.
until... I'm actually acting on a 10.
Interesting.
This giant right here, I'll put a little red marker on him. He's not dead yet. He's dying.
Okay.
Okay. Do we have everyone in there yet? No. So, Calder, he's ready for you to coup de grace. All right, so first up, we've got Beargor, Chael, and Calder going. All on a 7. What are you guys doing?
Well, strolling up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay. You could ready your shield while you're doing that if you like.
Yeah, I might as well take my shield out.
Okay. And
Put
Beargor
my
and...
hand on the hilt of my sword.
Okay.
Bergor is running up to here.
Okay. And then, Chael, what are you doing?
I got to get down this cliff, don't I?
You can try and slide down it the way you follow Beargor's lead. It's D6 damage, then you give me a dexterity save.
Sure, why not? That sounds fun.
Okay, give me a dexterity save.
All right.
Take 3 points of damage. No, DR won't apply against that.
Oh, good.
Yep, so... Oh, kick! Oh, God!
Good.
Dwarves must have leather for skin. Like, oh, jeepers.
Oh, they do.
Boom, so you're down. Then we have Elanian and Nox going next.
Probably doing something similar, right?
Not so fast. Yeah, I will magic missile the ogre up there.
Okay. There's a
Rocks
disturbance on the
first round.
ground. And then... Ooh. So he's going away, calling out triumph until stones go flying through his gut. And he drops down dead. And then Nox.
Yep, I'm attacking the Smilodon with 3 motes of energy.
Okay. All right.
8.
Okay. Then we have Dorman Kettleborn acting the same time as the Smilodon. Dorman, what are you doing?
Yeah, Dorman's just going through an incantation with his spells, and he pulls out a vial and flicks a bit of molasses in the air, and he shoots it off at the Smilodon to slow it down so it doesn't get away.
Yeah, so it'll get a chance to move with its full movement and then make it, because you guys are acting simultaneously.
I was trying to aim for the ogre, but this is a 40-foot cube, I think.
Oh,
so I'm
okay, got it.
throwing it ahead to hopefully catch him. I expect it to be moving, so.
Okay, so save versus spells at a -4 penalty. Why
My range-
-4?
That's what the spell says.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if it was one of your things. It fails, so it does get to move first, but it is slowed down. 1, 2, 3.
And it's half speed.
So it gets about... Well, that's for next round it is, because it does get to move simultaneously. All right. Then, guys, I think that is the end of the round. Unless you guys are intent on pursuing that thing, you don't have line of sight to the Smilodon anymore, because there's that big cliff that's in the way. So, yeah, I'm going to assume that you're not intent on killing every last thing here. So, guys, let's drop out of initiative order here, and what happens next?
We gotta save that stone giant.
Yeah, that's what Chael's primarily trying to do, is to get over there and minister to him and maybe cast Cure Light Wounds.
Great. Nox is just gonna go around the bend to try to, instead of having to he's gonna go crashing, tumbling down that cliff if he tries it. So.
Okay.
He's gonna make
So
his way
those
towards
of you,
landing.
so it looks like Calidor and Beargor, you're going to get to this thing, this stone giant, and again, it's huge, and up close to you can see its skin seems to actually, it's actually a different color when you get up closer, because you can see that it's actually closer to the color of the cliff behind it. There's something very strange about this being. It's unconscious and bleeding out. Looks like Caldor and Beargor and Chael will have some things to do before everyone else gets down there.
I have a couple of healing potions left over from our events. I could pretty easily give him half a healing potion and get him at least awake.
Sure.
We've also got that magical.
Chael can...
We got that magical seaweed too. So.
Yep. I've got that one also.
Okay.
But I figure I could use the last half of a half-used healing potion to
Sure.
try to get him back up.
So let's think here. His hit points are okay. You guys get there pretty quick. +1.
And Chael's got the healing proficiency too, right? He could be doing that while we're ministers to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone give me a 1d20 plus 10 roll, please.
I got it.
Oh, oops.
Great. Got it.
Ooh.
That's bad.
All right. This thing is really, really messed up. That did not bring it back. Like, the injuries are more severe than what you thought. You may need more. There needed to be more healing applied here.
Chael, you got a healing spell?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna cast Cure Light Wounds on him for sure.
Okay. So, what does it look like as you touch this enormous... Remember, he's like 3 times your size, too.
Yeah. Chael kind of wraps his hand as much as he can.
Yep.
Around the wrist of the right arm that's closest.
Yep.
And he holds his holy symbol in the other hand. And he falls into prayer, and you slowly see this kind of pulsing wave channeling from the symbol into Chael, down his arm into the giant, and it's a rhythmic kind of heartbeat wave channeled into him.
Cool. Okay. So, hold on here. So it passes into him, and you can see that some of the wounds seal. And then his chest, what was slowly moving, begins moving again. And standing so close to this thing, it sounds like, Beargor, to your ears, it's like some enormous bellows that you would be, blowing into a furnace or into your forge back in your where you were working for so long. And slowly his eyes open. And he looks over at the people who are around him. He sees you touching him, Chael. He kind of, moves his hand away. You move back as he's so big that he may, hurt you inadvertently. He moves himself up to a sitting position and looks around at you all. The others are not only dead, you can actually see that they've been disfigured in a specific way. And I'll tell you about that in a moment here. So what you can see...
Guys starts to stand, I'll join them. Sorry.
Sure. So he looks around at all of you, and then he says I gotta grab my glass of water.
Uh-oh.
Pretty sure... Well, no, his voice is... I'm pretty sure he's gonna kick the shit out of my throat.
Getting ready for that voice.
Yeah. So he turns and slowly says to you guys, "Who are you? Are you foes or friends?"
Chael looks at him with his holy symbol clasped in his hand, and this earnestness and sincerity says, "We have driven off the ogres and the tigers and brought you back to life. You judge us by our actions."
You are not allies of Mokmurian.
That name don't ring a bell with anybody, does it?
No, we've never heard that name.
I have never heard of this Mokmurian.
Why are you in our hills?
We're friends of the Palfreys.
The Palfreys. What clan is that?
The men who live in the stone buildings to the west. Show them the pennant.
The small ones who live there. You are not my foe, then. And his head kind of snaps up, and he says, "No, no!" And he stumbles to his feet, and he kind of steps forward and knocks. He steps over you, and he runs over and sees his friends, and he bellows out, "No! No!" And he falls to the ground near one of them and cradles its head in his hands. And Elenian, you were sort of near there when this happens. And what you have seen, Elenian, is there some kind of crude symbol. The kind of thing, it looks like a runic mark. The kind of thing you could easily, say, carve into stone or onto a piece of wood, or with some deft slashes, hack into the forehead of a fallen giant. And I don't think any of you guys have any knowledge of runic power. Oh, Nox, you don't, do you? No, and no one speaks giant, so it's not clear. And you can see that the stone giant turns the head to face and he says, "No! Curse him! Mokmurian, the devil!" And he's just trembling with anger, and to the point where like the trees around there are shaking, leaves are coming down. What do you guys do?
Oh, this is awkward.
I think I'll just wait silently to let his rage play out. There isn't a whole lot we can do.
Sure.
I feel this way when elves die, so whether good or bad.
It's probably a good 20 minutes of silence, before he finally moves, and then he finally, you see his big shoulders move up and down. There's not a single tear that falls, though. And he stands, up from a kneeling position. He gently lets his ally's head down, and he turns towards you. "I am Isvig. I am of Galenmir's clan. I owe you my life. Strangers from the clan Palfrey, why do you find yourselves in our lands?"
We have questions for the Palfreys of your allegiance to them, but it seems like something troubles you. We are good folk and would aid you if we can.
You have proven yourself. Though you dwarf, there is long enmity between our peoples. Know that I bear you no ill will. Do you bring your blade in peace, too.
My blade is not for peace so much as for war against ogres and nasty things like that.
The ogres are the enemies of Galenmere, slayers of our kin, minions of the devil MacLeod. If you would face ogres, you side with Galenmere. And the voice just rumbles through the whole small enclosed area here too.
Who is this person that you refer to?
MacLeod, the cursed, the small, an outcast of our kin, a sorcerer.
And where does he dwell?
He hides in these hills.
And your clan? Where are your people?
A secret place. But I will bring you there. And he looks back at the fallen forms. He says, but first, my people, my colleagues, these clanmates must rest. And he works over and he brings their bodies over. And he sets both of them so that both of their bodies are flat against a stone wall and they are facing in the direction of the west. And he raises...
Kale understands that immediately.
What you find is that they're actually able to be stood up. It seems as if some kind of like rigor mortis is setting in early for these things, and he's able to place them both up. And what he does is, as they're standing there, he stands about 50 feet away from them and just waits. And if any of you think to ask, you're welcome to ask him. Otherwise, he will say nothing until the sun falls.
I'm going to ask, should we do something about that? Can we do something about that scarring, the mark these MacLeod's people put on their heads?
No. If, like, you guys don't have, I mean, there's not, like a, cosmetic surgery spell. It's a cantrip.
Well, I used to know if
Yeah.
they're like almost stone, if they had some way to shape it like stone.
No, what he does is he cleans it up a little bit, but even now it seems like the blood has caked and it kind of crusts off like, gravel dust or like sand coming down. He places the two of them against the wall, and then as the, if you guys, you guys tell me, you're only about 3 hours into travel, so it's a good, like 10 hours to 12 hours until sundown. Anything you guys want to do while this is happening, or do you ask any questions of Isvig?
I'm going to ask Isvig because I'm curious what that symbol is.
It is the mark of MacLeod. It is the mark of the sorcerer.
Mm-hmm. Does it come with any magical effects, or is it just him trying to defile his enemies?
It is his lackeys, proving poor imitators of his power.
Terrible. How many followers does he have? Do you know?
He sort of pauses and looks, and he says, I must walk, watch, sentry for my clanmates. Please, I will answer your questions. Allow me this final task first. Saviors.
Of course, of course.
He takes a deep breath, and he's collected his club as well too, and he's watching this. You guys can feel free to tell me what you do with your time, but as the sun sets, what you see is that you hear kind of a crackling, or not a crackling, but like a kind of a crunching sound, almost like the sound of something freezing over. And what you see is that his two colleagues, or clanmates as he calls them, they seem to transform into full stone statues. And as soon as that happens, the sun is down, his head goes low, and he says, Thank you. Thank you, small saviors. We have not far to travel. I will keep you safe in the dark as I can. And he reaches down and kind of yanks a good-sized tree out of the thing, and he holds it before you guys and says, can you use your sorcery? And he gestures towards the tree. Burn this.
Me.
I can.
And he holds it out, turns towards you and holds it out.
So I conjure a ball of flame.
Okay. He lights it up and then holds it above him. And you can picture a medium-sized tree now ablaze is being held up in his air, illuminating the way for you guys to travel. And he says, Come, small saviors. My home awaits. I can answer your questions, but Canna the Wise may provide better answers. And you guys travel.
So I have a question.
Of course.
Kevin.
Yep.
Before that, you said we could be doing other things. I
Yeah.
was going to try to get the others to help me move the corpses away from where he was placing his brethren, and while we were doing that, checking their pockets to see, how much food they had, so we could discover, how far away they are.
Yeah.
Checking them over time, or seeing how the Smilodons were controlled, maybe that sort of thing.
Yeah. So the Smilodons, you would guess from you've got animal handling, right?
Yeah, animal lore and animal handling.
Animal lore, animal handling. So both of those will be able to tell you that. What they, whatever lessons and tricks or whatever that these Smilodons learned is they learned through horrific violence, because there's lots of broken bones that did not set properly and things like that. Like they're huge and they're tough as shit. But to train these things, it does appear that the ogres beat the living shit out of them. So the what you can tell is that they likely were very, very well trained from very young very young age to just obey them the way that a trained dog will follow its master around. So it was no magical effect, no leashes or stuff like that. It was just cruelty from a very young age all the way forward. That's the way they control these things. The ogres themselves, they've got, it seems as if they've only got a couple of days worth of food. It's difficult to judge how much an ogre would eat, and it's also difficult to judge what was food and what was just disgusting like leftover stuff or like trophies. You do find in one of them they have cut off a bunch of what looks like stone giant fingers, because they're petrified pieces of stone that look like the from the first digit or whatever you call it, the first phalange, I guess, on your foot, on your finger. And yeah, I mean, other than that, there's probably a little bit of coin that's in there, and I'll roll that up after the session because I don't know offhand how much it is. But what you find is, yeah, these things were likely only traveling for a couple of days. So whether they were, what's in there is freshly killed stuff. So like they may have been hunting as they go. Anything else you guys want to do in that time before we have you arrive at Isfig's home?
I think so.
Okay. So then, guys, what you find is it's probably about very, very close to midnight when you guys are finally, thankfully, because of the clear sky, it's and the burning tree that he's carrying around. You guys reach where he says is his entrance, and what you can see as you approach this, there is it kind of goes down into a low-lying, a little like valley. There's a small creek or brook that moves through from out within this valley that you approach. But he stops and kind of pauses and says, "Welcome, my small..." Saw that coming. "Welcome, my small saviors, to Deadstone Cliff." And guys, this is what you see.
Totally wicked.
It leads in there. You can see large stone giant shaped figures carved into the side. And this cliff face seems to go deep within. What will you find in Deadstone Cliff? We will have to find out on Friday. So, guys, congratulations. Let's see here. Let us reward. Yeah, I'm going to have to double check. I don't know what is going on with the stream tonight. My gosh. Yeah, I have an idea, and I'll talk to you guys about it afterwards, but let's do XP here. So, hold on, guys. Where are we here? Okay, so those of you who are fighters, let me quickly add up the hit dice here.
Nice use of the fireball, Linian.
That might be the first time I've cast it as a player character.
Really?
Oh, really?
Nice.
I don't know if that's true, but at least in 10 or 15 years.
That's
20 years,
awesome.
maybe, enough that I don't remember doing it.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
Perfect place to use it too.
Oh, for sure. Like,
no.
great
Side.
placement. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to be using that slow spell to like hit the whole group if they didn't most of them survive that fireball, but
No, that's cool.
maybe wiped out most of them.
Okay, let's see here.
Yeah, it's such a dangerous spell to cast indoors. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Perfect campaign to do it because a lot of our stuff is outside.
Yeah.
yes, that's true.
All right, guys. So you guys defeated 15 hit dice worth of adversaries. Actually, you defeated 30 hit dice of adversaries. I'll give you the full value. I'm gonna divide because you guys had some assists on. Actually, you didn't. That giant died before you really did anything. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 6 of you tonight. My goodness. All right. So, guys, in addition to that, everyone is getting including their, or in addition to their usual class bonuses and spell bonuses and things like that. You guys are each gaining 600 and 47 XP. So 647.
Does that include our astonishing fortune? We didn't use it.
How much astonishing fortune do you have left?
All of it. 6.
Yeah, I don't think
All
we
6.
do.
All right, so you can add 50 to that. So that's 690. 696.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Nice.
1.1. Cool.
And sorry, what did you say the hit dice was?
30.
Hit dice was 30.
30.
30.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So then, guys, let's see here. For those listening at home, and I don't know if you're listening live because the problems we've had with streaming, but if you're listening to us another time, thank you so much for joining us for session 62 of our ongoing Night Below campaign. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, please do not hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section of the video, and I will endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. In addition, you can reach me on Twitter at Dungeon Musings, and you can reach me by email. My email address is dungeonmusings@gmail.com. In addition, you can find a link in the description of this video to the Dungeon Musings Discord server, where you can find all of us, and as well as a bunch of other great people. You can find channels dedicated to this campaign, this game, and every other game we run on the channel. There's also great channels for finding a group, for sharing pictures of your pets, and it's a channel on good advice for streaming games or playing games online with a virtual tabletop. In addition, if you enjoyed the session, please be sure to click a like, because that helps us with doing the stuff we do to try and say thanks to our players. And then be sure to click on subscribe and the bell icon if you want to be notified when we're going live. You can also find the schedule for the Dungeon Musings channel on the community tab every Sunday night. I post that, so you can always find that there. In addition, from now until September 1st, 2020, for every $25 that is donated to the Heroes Save Villages charity campaign, a link to which you can find in the description of this video, you get one chance to win our grand prize or one of a bunch of other prizes from the Heroes Save Villages charity raffle. All donations that are made go directly to SOS Children's Villages International, a really amazing organization active in over 130 countries that provides direct benefits for over 80,000 orphan and abandoned children. And the grand prize for the raffle this year is a copy of Beadle and Grimm's Gold Edition Eberron Rising from the Last War box set, a really amazing product. You can find all about in the link. It links through to a video I shot that talks about that as well too. My copy is up there, but the copy that the grand prize winner will be walking away with is still in its packaging from Beadle and Grimm. In addition, if you don't win that, we still have tons of other great prizes, including 2 copies of the Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea core rulebook. There is a chainmail dice bag made by our own resident armorsmith, Dave. There is a Skittermander dice bag. There's a copy of Keith Amon's Any award-winning The Monsters Know What They're Doing. There's some prizes from the Dungeon Musings Red Bubble store. There is some awesome zines from our very own Jason Hobbs. So there's a ton of great prizes, and the best thing is that all that money that is donated to get the tickets, all of it goes directly to SOS Children's Villages International to help the kids that benefit from their services. None of it goes to the channel, none of it goes to any other middleman. It all goes to help those kids, so you get a chance to help some kids out who could really use the help and win some pretty awesome gaming prizes. So, with that, last thing I'll say is a big thank you to our players. So, George, John, Arlen, Hobbs, Will, and Jeff, thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I had a blast doing yet another new voice, so thanks.
Yeah,
Congratulations on saving some stone giants. And once again, for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us. We will see you again on Friday. And until we see you again, if you're listening to this during the current pandemic that's still going on at the time of the recording, we hope that this finds you healthy, safe, and weathering the current crisis as well as can be expected. And until we see you again, happy gaming.
Bye.